Today is a very exciting day. Well, for me it is anyway. Welcome to the tack room. I did add one more thing since I said I was only putting essentials in here, and that is my roller and a numbner and the side reins. I don't actually use side reins like you traditionally would. I have little high-vises on, and they're like super long, so they are just to keep that in place and to stop like full on nose in the air when I start doing hill walks in a couple of weeks. So high-viz is more or less the theme of today, because Estrid has been on holiday, like proper holiday. She's had 6 weeks off. She's been ridden like twice at that time just because I wanted to go for a nice hack. But in that time I have been properly influenced online by Pioneer Endurance and its customers. So Pioneer Endurance is a British biothane bridle and dog collar brand. They also do numbners and stirrups and reins and like head collars and all sorts of wonderful things that I could spend a fortune on. But the OG rider for Pioneer Endurance in my head is Georgina Vaughan. I never know how to say her surname. She was Georgina Hurst. She is the British team vet, but she is also one of, if not the best endurance rider in the UK. Like, she produces horse after horse after horse. They are like beautiful, muscled, absolute athletes. And every single horse she brings on ends up being incredible. Well, that's what I see. Anyway, I'm sure there are lots of bumps along the way, and I'm sure there are lots of, or a handful of horses that maybe like don't do as well as she hoped and things. But from an outsider's point of view, like watching her every season bring out multiple horses and do well on multiple horses at multiple events, like different events as well. It can be hilly, it can be flat, it can be faster, it can be slower, with a crew of one, so her husband and her 2 little girls, so I can't really count them as a whole crew yet. Maybe they'll be a half, 1.5 crew, is just incredible and very inspirational, and I really look up to her. But she, I think, was the OG that had a high-viz bridle from Pioneer Endurance. So she had white biothane with like pink high-viz on the noseband and the brow band. And she's had that for a few years, but this year it seems that it's just taken off and everyone was ordering them, and Pioneer Endurance was really like pushing their marketing on social media, and the algorithm has showed me many bridles, so I am very, very lucky to have one of my own. So here's the high-viz. So it's like the Mercury high-viz, so it really shines in the light. And I went for it on the brow band, the nose band, and also on my reins. I am so excited for this. So Estrid comes out of her winter holiday and goes into proper pre-season training in 2 weeks, and it'll be dark. And you know I am a sucker for high-viz and safety and being seen, but also it's just beautiful. Look at it. So this is going to be, I think, my training bridle. As if I'm going to be that person that has a training bridle and a competition bridle. This is Estrid's older bridle, and I'm going to give that a wash, and I think that will be our competition bridle. I've already taken the bit off so I can put it onto here. And today, even though technically Estrid is on holiday, she has her shoes off, she's been chilling, I'm going to fit her bridle and just go for a nice little chilled out hack and show you all the high-viz items that I have got ready for when we start pre-season. And I'm doing hill walks up and down that hill that's just outside the yard in the dark, and we are doing like hacking in the dark and schooling in the dark. I mean, schooling in the dark doesn't matter if we can't be seen, but you know what I mean. I want to be seen, and actually even in the day it's quite grey. I don't know if you can see out here, it's quite grey. Actually it doesn't look that great now. Blue skies have come out as I've said that, but it's good to be visible. I mean, it's good to be visible all times of the year, not just in winter. So I'm going to put the bit on, then I'll go get Estrid, give her a good groom, and we will see what it looks like on her. Okay, the beauty of biothane, my bit needs a clean, is that it is just so easy, right? I mean, I think that on her other bridle she is the one hole up, so we will start there. Nice. Through the loop, underneath. For anyone that saw me taking Tizzy to Summerford, you'll see that I bought Estrid this new head collar, and I have since decided that this is going to be our out head collar, so whenever we're being seen in public we're going to put this on, but around the yard I'm going to stick to this one. Like, it has gone a bit rusty, but I have to leave it outside her stable when she's stabled, so I don't want to leave her nice new one outside because it'll get wet. So this is going to be our yard head collar, and our new one will be our like out fancy head collar. Hello, Wizzle. Oh my gosh, you are muddy. Look at this state of you. Look at you. You were so muddy. Go on, Estrid. She's like, I don't want to go in yet. You're not going in, we're going out for a ride. I've got a new bridle for you. Don't just chat, come on. You're staying here, Wizzle, sorry. Good girl. She's like, no, I'm fine too. Estrid, move your butt. Move your butt. So chatty. You're so chatty. Yeah, you're so chatty. We'll see you in a bit, Tiz. Estrid, you're coming by yourself. I know it's been a while. It has been a while. Whoa. What? Come on. Ow. Baby. Are you going to be one of those fidgety moods? No. Oh well. Izzy's causing a right kerfuffle, isn't she, Estrid? Running around screaming. I don't know how people live their life with their hair looking great down, like poking out under a beanie, being all put together, because it's just not practical for me. It gets all tangly at the base of my neck, it gets in the way, I get too hot under the beanie, so I can't do stuff in it, so I can't keep the hair poking out the beanie cute look. I think I've just got to come to terms with the fact that I'm just a practical girl. What can I do? Right, let's now my hair's out of the way. Let's sort out your hair, hey? You start at the butt or the mane? You're being quite good, actually. Well done. Hey, I expect it's that time of year again for the magic mud brush. You're actually being really good. Hey, the magic mud brush. Okay. What is this? I've been feral for weeks. Is that nice? A little more presentable. Look at that tummy, Estrid. Look at that tummy. That mud brush, I tell you. I love it. Best brush I've ever had. I think I go on about it every year, but it is, and it's maybe its third, fourth year old now, so it's doing very well. It has not reduced in effectiveness at all. Hey? Okay, so she's all brushed, she's clean, so let's fit her high-viz bridle. Hello. I'm actually really impressed that she's being so good. I fully thought she was going to be like a stress head, spinny, screamy pony because Tizzy started running around the field, but she isn't. You're full of surprises, Estrid. So the beauty of an endurance bridle is that you have the bit piece, and you can either have it as bit hangers or like I've got, which is kind of like a western-y style bridle, and then regardless of how the bit attaches, you have the head collar. And the reason we have this is because when we're doing an endurance ride and we're going through vettings and vet gates, we want to take the tack off as quickly and as safely as possible, and not having to switch a head collar is the safest way to do it, because you're not taking a head collar off, you're just taking the bit out, and you're never like in between bridle and head collar. Oh, I'm going to sleep. Excuse me. I've had so many colds this year. So I'm going to start by fitting the head collar section first. Excuse me. Back you go, 1 step please, thank you. What do you think, Astrid? She's like, I know. This is where you get angsty, isn't it? You hate when I'm slow with the switch over. Good girl. Oh, it's almost perfect first time. Got a few bits to do up. Now, for me, I know, good girl. Here is like the bony bits of her face, lots of nerves here, so I don't want that near there. About 2 fingers down from the bony bits. She's like, get off. So I think actually the height of it, where the noseband is fine. But we need to do the noseband up. An endurance tack is so easy. And you can also cut the ends off yourself and then seal it with a bit of heat. Now we want at least 2 fingers for the noseband. That's what I love about endurance tack as well. Like, the nosebands are never tight. They're like head collars. We never do the nosebands up like traditional leather tack because they are head collars. They're there. They're loose. What do you think? We don't want too loose that it catches on something, do we? No. That would not be ideal, would it, Estrid? I do believe the FEI have brought out a new tool that they're going to use across all disciplines next year that you put underneath and it measures how tight the noseband is. I mean, pointless in endurance because I don't think anyone has any tight nosebands. But that looks lovely on you, Estrid. Okay. And then the throat lash definitely needs doing up a little. I'm sure it says in the Pony Club manual somewhere about a throat lash. Is a throat lash meant to be like that? Perfect, if that's the case. You look lovely. Have a treat for being so good. Okay. So this is how my bit clips on. So obviously the head collar will always be on, and then there's these little poppers that the head collar, you slot the head collar in here and then you do up the popper, and that is how it kind of holds together. Now I don't know, Estrid, if this is the right length. We will have to see. You're like, oh, are we going out? Are we going out? Like, good girl. And then you bring your head collar over the top. There's a lot of mane going on here, haven't we? There we go. I actually think, Estrid, that that's pretty perfect. Do you? I mean, Your mane hides the high-viz here, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Doesn't that look lovely? Now Estrid's bridle is fitted, it is time to pop my high-viz on. So I've got this coat for winter that I've had since the dawn of time. It's from Mountain Warehouse, which is like a kind of budgety outdoors brand in the UK. I think now, back in the day when I got this, which will be when I was maybe 18, 19, it was just before I moved, so it's a while ago. There weren't many options for high-viz. It wasn't really that much of a thing. I don't think equi-safety really existed then, or not to my knowledge anyway. So your options were quite limited, but now the options for high-viz are so good. Like, there's so much you can have, so many different styles, lots of lights, stuff that looks really like stylish and nice, not just like it used to be, like a big baggy high-viz thing. Then I've got this, which is a little high-viz blue, of course, tabard that I can turn on and it will light up. I have that over the top. Then on my helmet, I don't think I need, oh, just made a run for it. On my helmet I have one of these LED strip lights, and it's also got a yellow high-viz band that goes on top. Lovely. And if it was actually dark, I've also got a couple more oh, there's a thread there. A couple more lights for like my legs. I've got like a little thing that clips onto my chaps, but it's not that dark right now, so we don't need it. I think that's all the high-viz I have on me at the moment. Is there anything else you would have? Is there anything you like that you think would be a good addition? I'm all ears. I love to be safe, be seen. Okay, Estrid, I've got my coat on. Time to get your boots on. So I have 4 of the weather beater, like neoprene with high-viz strap boots. They're not the most high-viz in the world, so I might actually invest in some new ones. Equilibrium, who are the boots I have to compete in anyway, the really lightweight ones, they do like it's all yellow with the mercury high-viz straps, so I might invest in some of them. But then on the other hand, I think these boots are still fine. They are high-viz enough, especially in the day, but just not at night, is it? They're not as reflective. Oh, sorry, big poop incoming. Saddle up. Yeah. So I also have these little lights on my stirrups, and the light is facing backwards because it's a little red light. Again, I don't need to switch any of them on today. And then I also have a breastplate. Now, I would really, really love a breastplate to match the new bridle and have it in like white with this reflective on the shoulders and navy everywhere else. But can't afford that at the moment, so I've got these little high-viz attachments that also light up. You know how I love something matchy, so I would really like the breastplate to go with the bridle, but it's definitely not a necessity, and I am trying to be more mindful and less of a consumer. Is that even possible with horses? I don't know. Okay, so we have just added these little chest lights, these lights on my stirrups, and I've also got a red light at the back of my saddle. So this is one of my favourites. This is the Equi-Safety quarter sheet, and it's this high-viz and mercury, so it's good for in the day and the night. And I like to just put it under my stirrup. Are you excited? Are you excited to go for a spin? Yeah? No, I'm not on yet. Come here. One step. Good girl. Wow. On it? You can't just go once you've had it. Back up. Back up. Stand. Want this one? Astrid? Right, what do you think? Is it too low? A bit, or is it okay? Might be a little bit low. We'll see how it feels, shall we? What do you think? I've run out now. Let's go. I think the reins might be my favourite part of this. Look at this messy mane. We're definitely going to be seeing Estrid's trying to get in the field. Dina's coming. You're not even interested in Dina, just interested in where Wizzle is. We're definitely going to be seen. I don't know if it's going to get dark enough while we're out for you to see the full high vis of the new bridle. Like when you shine a light on it, it glows. Like you can definitely see it in pitch black. Good girl. Her mane is an absolute state and she's super fluffy, and she definitely needs her mane cutting up where the bridle path is, but I am awaiting a glow up our pre-season training start. So in the next couple of weeks she'll have a bath and a clip, and we'll tidy her up. We'll turn her into a sports horse, hey? She's been quite spicy since the sheep, so she's very cross about being made to walk where she would normally canter. But you only get to canter if you're chilled out, Estrid. And jogging on the spot, throwing your head about, is not chilled out, is it? No. We're back, and I want to see, now it's a bit darker, if I can show you, if you can see on camera, the high vis. So I put Estrid in the dark stable, and if I turn on my headlight, can you see it shining? I don't know if it's that obvious in in the dark. Okay, little hack done, and we are high vis ready for 2 weeks time when we start proper training again, which is exciting. So yeah, thank you so much to Zoe from Pioneer Endurance for that. Like, such a beautiful bridle. As usual, very well made. And I love it. Look at it in all her glory. Obviously you can be less boring than me and have whatever colour you want. There's loads of high-viz options. And non-high-viz as well. And if you're a little bit more conservative than an endurance rider, there's also like leather look-alike, so like browns and blacks that look really smart that you can maybe add some high-viz to. So yeah, go check them out if you're into it. I love it. It looked really smart, so maybe it'll actually be my competition bridle. Who knows? Yes, very pleased. I can't wait to get the breastplate that I don't need but I want.